In one of the trainings I attended, each of the participants was asked to give a speech on the topic, what it is like to be a leader. One of the participants gave a miserable presentation. His knees and his hands were literally shaking. He forgot what he was going to say. After 5-6 minutes of muttering, he sat down completely defeated. After the session, I talked to him and asked him to come 15 minutes earlier to the next session. As promised, he showed up 15 minutes before the start of the session. We both sat down to discuss his speech from the previous evening. I asked him to remember as clearly as he could what he was thinking 5 minutes before he gave his speech. He said, well, I guess I meant how scared I was. I knew I was going to make a fool of myself. I knew I wouldn't make it. I kept thinking, who am I to talk about what it is like to be a leader? I was trying to think of what to say, but all I could think about was failure. Right there, here is your answer, my friend. Before you came out to speak, you have conditioned yourself to be a terrible speaker. You have convinced yourself that you will not succeed. Is it any wonder your speech didn't turn out well? Instead of developing courage, you developed fear. Now, this evening session, I continued, starts in just 6 minutes. Here's what I want you to do. Give yourself a motivational speech in the next few minutes. Go into that empty room across the hall and say to yourself, I'm going to give a great speech. I have something to say to these people that they need to hear. Repeat these sentences with complete conviction. Then go into the conference room and give your speech again. I wish you could be there and heard the difference. That short, self-directed motivational speech helped him deliver an excellent speech. So the lesson is, practice encouraging praise to yourself. Don't just practice punishment. You are what you think you are. Think better of yourself and you will be better. Come up with your own advertisement. Convince yourself of your own abilities. Consider for a moment one of the most popular products in America, Coca-Cola. Every day your eyes or ears come into contact repeatedly with the good news about Coca-Cola. The people who make it keep getting you hooked on it. And for a good reason. If they stop doing it, the chances of you eventually cooling off are high, and then their sales will drop. But the Coca-Cola company will not allow that. They will pull you on it consistently. Every day we see half-living people who do not have a high opinion of themselves. They lack self-respect for their most important products, themselves. These people are indifferent, they feel small, they feel like nobody and nothing. And because they feel that way, they will be that way. There's no other way around. This half-alive person must turn to himself again. He must realize that he is a first-class person. He needs a firm belief in himself. Tom is one boy who is making progress fast. Tom regularly convinces himself of his own abilities. 3 times a day, what he calls Tom's B-second ad. He always carries his personal ad in his wallet. And here's exactly what he says. Meet Tom, an important one. Indeed, an important person. Tom, you're a big thinker, so think that way. Think big about everything. You have a lot of ability to get the job done, personally, so do it well. Tom, you believe in luck, progress and prosperity. Therefore, speak only of happiness, speak only of progress, speak only of prosperity. You still have a lot of energy, Tom, a lot of energy, so start acting. Nothing can stop you, Tom, nothing. You are enthusiast, so let that enthusiasm show. You look good, Tom, and you feel good. Continue like that. You were a great boy yesterday and you will be even better today. Now go on, go forward. Tom says that his advertising is responsible for making him more successful, dynamic person. Before I started to convince myself of my abilities, says Tom, I thought I was superior to almost everybody. Now I realize I have what it is needed to win and I win. And I will always win. Here's how to make your own self-belief add with those abilities. First, choose your advantages, your superior characteristics. Ask yourself, what are my best qualities? Don't be shy about describing yourself. Then, write these points down on a paper in your own words. Write the ad for yourself. Reread Tom's Stanley ad and notice how he addresses Tom. Talk to yourself. Be very direct. Don't think of anyone but yourself while saying the ad. Third, repeat the ad out loud to yourself at least once a day. It helps a lot if you do it in front of a mirror. Include the body as well. Repeat your ad decisively and with determination. Let the blood flow faster to your body. Warm up. Fourth, read your ad silently several times a day. Read it before you face something that requires courage. Read it every time you feel disappointed. Keep your ad close at hand and then use it. Just one more thing. Many, if not the majority of people, may laugh at this success technique. This is because they refuse to believe that success comes from focused thinking. But please, do not accept the judgments of average person. You are not average. If you have any doubts about the principle, I believe in my own abilities, ask the most successful person you know what he thinks about it. Ask him, and then start convincing yourself of your own abilities. Improve your thinking. Think like what important people think. By improving your thinking, you improve your actions, and that creates success. Here's an easy way to help you get more done by thinking like people who matter. Use the form below as a guide. So, how do I think list? I will give you a situation and then what you can ask yourself. And the situation is when you worry, ask yourself, would the important person care about this? Would the most successful person I know be upset about this? Second, idea. What would the important person do if he had this idea? Third, my appearance. Do I look like someone who respects himself to the max? Fourth, my language. Am I using the language of successful people? Fifth, what am I reading? Would the important person read this? 6. Conversation. Is this something that successful people would discuss? 7. When I lose my patient, would the important person get angry about the same thing? 8. My jokes. Would an important person tell a joke like this? 9. My work. How does the important person describe his work to others? Engrave the following questions in your mind. Is this the way an important person acts? Use this question to become a better, more successful person. In short, remember, look important. It helps you think about important things. Your appearance speaks for you. Be sure it lifts your spirits and builds your confidence. Your appearance speaks to others. Make sure it says, here is an important person, intelligent and successful. Think your work matters. Think this way and you will start getting mental cues to be better at your job. Think that your work is important so that your workers will think that their work is also important. Give yourself a motivational speech several times a day. Create an advertisement for yourself. I believe in my own abilities. Remind yourself in every situation that you are a first-class person. In all life circumstances, ask yourself, is this the way an important person thinks? Then act on the answer. And if you like what I included in this video, wait until you see this one.